everything football.
Hey, how's it going, Romain?
Hey, pretty good, Sash. How are you?
Good. Welcome to another episode of Footy Brews, guys.
That's right. And today we have another weekend recap. Another dramatic weekend happened this weekend, as you could predict. And we'll go over the top 5 leagues, see where we're standing. So kicking things off right with La Liga. A lot of changes. As you know, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico were all fighting for that La Liga title. And over the weekend and the whole week, actually, Barcelona choked again, drawing to Levante, and then immediately losing
Celta
Vigo. It doesn't even matter. I'm over this team, man. These guys, they can't. I didn't even watch that game. I already knew they lost. It was over. Messi scores the first goal and they can't do anything again. It's just sad. So then moving on, Atletico Madrid, huge performance, back-to-back wins, 2-1 versus Real Sociedad and a 2-1 against Athletic Club, right? Suarez with a big finisher, and then Real Madrid. You want to talk to us about Real Madrid, Sash?
Yeah, so Real Madrid coming off needing a win after knowing the score, because Atletico, at one point, Real Madrid was actually first in La Liga. Then they tied 1-1 on the other side of Atletico Madrid, and Suarez's late goal pushed them back to second. But big goal from Nacho Fernandez. Atletico club, also Raul Garcia getting a red card. So you know what, that was a big win, and gonna come to the very last game for the title. So it's gonna be between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. So last 2 games for each club. And for the last game, it's going to be Real Madrid versus Villarreal, so they have quite a hard game, and then Atletico Madrid versus Real Valladolid. So it's going to be very interesting because Atletico needs to win, and Real Madrid needs to win and also rely on Atletico Madrid to lose.
That's right. So stay tuned for next week for that for La Liga. But moving on to Serie A. Not too much happening because we know Inter already won the league, but now it's all about fighting for these Champions League spots. And coming on to this weekend, there are a lot of jokes about Juventus and Ronaldo, not making Champions League, but it looks like they're turning things around.
Yeah, there's a lot of big games that, Juve, as a Juventus fan, we're relying on a lot of other teams to drop points. So big one was Atlanta winning 4-3. Huge game from them, winning 4-0 at half, and Genoa coming in, scoring 3 goals. But now they clinched the Champions League spot, and this is Atlanta that has now qualified for 3 Champions Leagues in a row. So monumental stuff from them. And then coming down to 3-2 with Juve and Inter. What a game in the sense of so much action, so much controversy that happened during the game.
Drama.
Oh, so much drama. I was stressed out. At one point, I gave up when it was 2-2. So goals by Ronaldo, missed pen, came on reflection, then another pen, Lukaku, then 2-1, Juve, and then 2-2, own goal, Kiliani, and then 88th minute, Cuadrado pen, 3-2. So Juve now have a chance. They need to rely on other teams. AC Milan dropped points, was 0-0, no Zlatan, no party, as they say. And so now it's going to come to the very last game for Champions League qualifications. Juve needing a win and needing either AC Milan to lose Atlanta, or they need Napoli to lose to Hellas Verona. So those are 2 games they need for both of them to go to their way to make it to the Champions League spot. So sitting at right now, we got Atlanta clinching 78 points, Milan 76 points, Napoli 76 points, Juve 75 points. So it's going to be a very interesting last match day. Stay tuned for this weekend because that's when we'll know everything that's going down.
That's right. Now moving on to Liga, not as much action, but Pierre did what they had to do. They got the 3 points. They were very thankful that Lille, so they're catching up. They're 1 game away, and if things go their way next weekend and they win and Lille drop more points, they can still win Liga. So definitely things are not over there. Then Lyon and Monaco are fighting for that third place spot to qualify for the Champions League still. So a lot to fight over there. But what do you make of that PSG performance, Sash?
PSG performance, again, Neymar and Kylian Mbappe doing what they do best, carrying that team to hopefully another title. Keane with a late minute goal, so to kind of get that 4-0 and Lille very, very upset because now more pressure on them. That tie was a very big thing for them to kind of drop points. Now PSG is going to have, that momentum thinking they can still win it, and Monaco and Lyon is going to be very interesting. So the standings right now stand at 80 for Lille, 79 for PSG, Monaco 77, and Lyon 76. So it's going to be a very, very dramatic title race between those two top dogs, and we'll see what happens, but stay tuned.
Yeah, moving on to the Bundesliga. Dortmund had an extra game this weekend with the DFB Pokal Cup finals versus Leipzig. Very, very good game. If you didn't catch it, it was actually streamed live on YouTube by German Football, and it was very high quality English commentary. So stay tuned for those, because it's a nice and easy way to catch a live game and a big final, right? So nice to watch there. Dortmund playing incredible this game. I don't know why they haven't been playing this well for the whole season, because everything clicked. Sancho scored 2 big goals, could have scored an easy hat trick. Takes on the goalkeeper, has no one in front of the net. For some reason, doesn't take the easy pass in with his left foot and cuts back on his right foot to allow the goalkeeper to run all the way back and grab the ball off of his feet. So, we'll call it young negligence, but definitely should have been a hat trick in the finals. That would have been huge. I know Sasha has a fact that he's dying to tell us here about this final. Very interesting.
So basically, Sancho was the first player, one of the youngest player to break the record for the youngest double goals in the final cup. And then 43 minutes later, Haaland goes and breaks that record with being 20 years old and scoring 2 goals also. So cool thing that the record was broken twice in one single game.
But moving on to more Bundesliga games, Bayern had already won the league, so it was all about those Champions League spots. And Dortmund had another big win this weekend versus Mainz, clinching and confirming a Champions League spot. So that probably means Haaland stays one more season. But yeah, a lot of craziness in the Bundesliga right now.
For sure, and Frankfurt's going to be kicking themselves, losing 4-3 to Schalke. 2 goals by Andre Silva, who's having a stellar season, couldn't kind of get them back into that fighting spot. So they're going to clinch.
How many goals is that now for this season?
He's got, I think, about 28 goals. So he's having the table is going to look like 75 for Bayern, Leipzig 65, Dortmund 61, Wolfsburg 61. Those are your top 4 for the Bundesliga. So that league is wrapped up for Champions League spot and for the title. So that one's going to go to the last game, and we can see if we got some dramatic news for Lewandowski to maybe break Gerard Miller's record. He tied it this weekend, so that was something very cool.
That's true, and he paid respects by celebrating with the Gerd Miller t-shirt underneath. So now moving on to the league, we're all waiting for the EPL, the Prem. But as you know, City confirmed, to no surprise, they confirmed another title for the Prem. Other big games was definitely the Liverpool game. Alisson scoring an incredible header last minute, almost league-defining header, right? The season-defining header, because without that, they would be, in Europa, maybe not even making Europa spots, and now they're in contention for a Champions League spot, maybe, right? So exciting stuff there. Besides that, I know Chelsea played Leicester, but we'll talk more about that after. That was the Cup finals. West Ham dropped points. That was for Europa League spots. Any other big games, Sash?
So big games, definitely right before the Man U game. Man U actually dropped points. Doesn't really matter, but it was very beneficial. So Liverpool actually had 2 games to play, and there were 2 huge games. So winning 4-2, and then the big goal by Alisson. So that was something very important. They had 2 must wins to keep them in the contention of Champions League spot. So now it's going to bring us to our final day for the Champions League qualification spots, because Leicester will play Chelsea again, and this could be a do or die for either team for Champions League qualifications. And Liverpool also has a big game. And then we also have West Ham and Tottenham, like you said, West Ham dropping points, so now dropping all the way down to, and they're going to be fighting for a Europa qualification spot as well. So it's going to come to the very last day. So if you're looking at the table, it's got Man City, of course, 83, Man United 70, Leicester City 66, Chelsea 64, Liverpool 63, Spurs 59. So you can see for that fourth spot, it's going to be very, very close. Could even go down to goal differential between Liverpool and Leicester. So keep your eyes out on for the final day for those teams.
For that one.
Yeah.
And then just wrapping the weekend off with the FA Cup finals, as we mentioned a bit earlier. Chelsea versus Leicester. Chelsea had been on a tear recently, and to many people's surprise, losing the finals to Leicester. What do you make of that game, Sash?
Oh, wow. That game, another huge VAR moment for Chilwell. Chelsea fans, there's a video actually trending where they're all celebrating, and then it's the reaction of the VAR coming in. And if I'm a Chelsea fan, that one hurts. That's like a pinky toe, if it's not a fingernail off. And that was the 80th 9 minutes. But hats off to Leicester City. Yilmaz with a straight up banger for the final. Wow, what a shot. And like you said, Tuchel now lost the final, so I don't know what he's going to think. And now he's got only Champions League to fight for, so he's going to go all out. But hats off to Leicester City, honestly.
And it's nice to see them win another trophy, especially with a team like that. It's nice to see them at the top again. But that wraps up this weekend of games. I know it's been a long episode, but there's so much drama happening right now in the top 5 leagues. But stay tuned, as we mentioned, this whole video for next weekend, because it's going to define the following season's games, right? And Champions League spots, and who's going to be in the Champions League and Europa League. So definitely stay tuned for that. Any closing thoughts here, Sash?
Nope, that's all for me.
All right, boys. Footy Brews out.